This is Formula One.
New discord between Mercedes and Red Bull. Wolff eyes Russell, calling it foolish not to consider him. The world of Formula One is no stranger to intense rivalries, and the historical competition between Mercedes and Red Bull continues to captivate fans. Even amidst the absence of a direct championship showdown since the unforgettable conclusion of the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The long-standing tension between Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff and Red Bull's Christian Horner remains palpable, as demonstrated by their recent exchanges during the Singapore Grand Prix weekend. The rivalry that lives on. The rivalry between these two teams reached unprecedented levels during the peak of their competition, particularly during the 2021 season, when Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen battled for the title in a dramatic, high-stakes environment. The conclusion of that season remains one of the most controversial in the sport's history. And while both teams have since shifted their focus to current performance, the underlying animosity lingers. As Wolff aptly put it, "I think Christian is always stirring the pot. It's part of the game." This statement encapsulates the ongoing interplay of competitive banter and strategy that defines their interactions. During the recent Singapore Grand Prix, Horner made headlines with his comments about George Russell, Mercedes' promising young driver. "We're not afraid to step out of the pool. Russell's contract ends at the end of next year. It would be foolish not to consider him," Horner declared. His words quickly reverberated through the paddock, igniting a fresh wave of speculation about potential driver movements and the strategic intentions behind such statements. Wolff's firm response. Wolff was quick to respond to Horner's remarks, emphasizing the loyalty and commitment Mercedes has towards Russell. "George is a Mercedes driver. He always has been, and I hope he always will be," Wolff stated, reinforcing the idea that Russell is a cornerstone of their future plans. Furthermore, he pointed out that "we have a long contract with him," indicating a solidified strategy to retain Russell beyond the end of his current contract in 2025. In a move that further solidifies Mercedes' focus on long-term success, Wolff also highlighted the arrival of Andrea Antonelli, a talented young driver set to join the team next season to fill Lewis Hamilton's seat. "They have been and will be Mercedes drivers, and therefore we have contracts with George and Kimi that last much longer and are very complicated in terms of options and other details," Wolff asserted. This signals a clear intent from Mercedes to invest in young, dynamic talent, positioning them to compete effectively in the coming seasons. A strategic move for the future. Wolff's confidence in Russell and Antonelli represents a significant strategic pivot for Mercedes. The commitment to nurturing young talent suggests that the team is looking to build a strong foundation for the future, especially as they face intense competition from Red Bull and Ferrari. Russell, at 26 years old, has demonstrated significant potential, while Antonelli, who is only 18, embodies the promise of the next generation of drivers. The competitive landscape of Formula One has shifted, with teams increasingly favoring young drivers who can quickly adapt to the demands of the sport. By prioritizing the development of Russell and Antonelli, Wolff is not only securing the future of Mercedes, but also sending a clear message to rival teams that they are focused on building a team capable of returning to the top. Horner's tactical provocations. Meanwhile, Horner's comments about Russell have also ignited a firestorm of speculation about potential driver swaps in the future. This tactic of stirring the pot is not new for Horner, who has often employed strategic comments to unsettle his rivals or to keep his team's name in the conversation. Wolff's past attempts to lure Verstappen to Mercedes through similar comments indicate that both team principals are fully aware of the impact their words can have in the high-stakes world of F1. Horner's remarks about considering Russell could be seen as a calculated move to apply pressure on Mercedes while simultaneously keeping Red Bull's options open for potential future acquisitions. The competitive chess match between these two teams reflects the broader strategic considerations that dominate Formula One. The young guns of Mercedes. As Mercedes navigates through a season filled with challenges, Wolff's investment in young talent may prove crucial to reclaiming their spot at the top of the grid. Russell's skills have already earned him recognition as a rising star in the sport, while Antonelli represents the next wave of talent that could redefine Mercedes' future. Wolff's faith in these young drivers stands as a testament to the team's commitment to fostering an environment where they can thrive and develop into championship contenders. This focus on youth is not merely a reaction to current performance. It reflects a long-term vision for Mercedes as they aim to maintain their competitive edge in the face of rapidly evolving challenges. The dynamic nature of Formula One necessitates that teams adapt quickly, and Mercedes' approach to cultivating young talent may be the key to their resurgence. A shifting landscape. In the broader context of Formula One, the strategies employed by both Mercedes and Red Bull underscore the shifting dynamics within the sport. As teams invest in youth and seek to outmaneuver their rivals, the landscape becomes increasingly competitive. With teams like Ferrari and McLaren also making strides in performance, the competition for supremacy in Formula One has never been more intense. The ongoing discourse between Wolff and Horner is emblematic of a sport where the stakes are high and the competition is fierce. Every word exchanged between these team principals carries weight and could influence decisions made in the boardrooms of F1. With each race, the rivalry intensifies and the narrative continues to evolve. Conclusion. In conclusion, the ongoing discord between Mercedes and Red Bull, exemplified by the exchanges between Toto Wolff and Christian Horner, highlights the fierce competitive spirit that drives Formula One. As both teams strategize for the future, Wolff's commitment to George Russell and Andrea Antonelli signifies a clear focus on youth and potential as Mercedes aims to rise back to the top. The developments within these teams will undoubtedly keep fans engaged as the season progresses, with each decision potentially reshaping the championship landscape. As we look forward to upcoming races, the tension between these two powerhouse teams promises to provide thrilling drama both on and off the track. With rivalries intensifying and new narratives emerging, the Formula One community eagerly anticipates how these dynamics will unfold as the season approaches its climax. The rivalry between Mercedes and Red Bull is not just a battle for points on the grid. It is a test of strategy, endurance, and vision for the future of the sport. Don't forget to subscribe to our Formula One channel. Stay updated with all the latest news, race highlights, and exclusive content from the world of Formula One. Join our community of F1 fans and never miss a moment of the action. Hit that subscribe button now.